Hi, Dave Jones here. This is a third instalment of our variations on a blues in G. Um, if you're following this on YouTube, you might be better off, if you haven't seen the others, to follow it from the website, because the videos are on the site and they're in the lessons are in an order, whereas on YouTube they don't always stay in the same order for some reason, that maybe when I'm uploading them and stuff. So if you like I say, you're better off following it on the website. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through another 12-bar blues sequence in G, different variation before, and then the idea is that we sort of mix them all up eventually and get the whole thing to sound a little bit more interesting. So as usual, if you're following these lessons, I'll play you through it and then I'll do a little bit of a close-up. Okay, so here we go through the sequence. This is a little bit more, it's still a rhythm accompaniment, but it's a little bit more leady than the ones before. So you can perhaps use this in a few of your guitar solos if you want to. So I'll play you through it again and then do you the close-up. Just finishing off on the G chord there to make it sound resolved. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll show you a little close-up of that and talk to you through any little pointers that need talking through. Okay, so here we go with a close-up of that little sort of rhythm type lick there. What I'm doing there is I'm starting on the B and high E strings with my first finger barred at the 3rd fret, and it's called a double stop, and I'm hitting both notes at the same time. Then I'm barring my 3rd finger across the G and B strings at the 5th fret, and I'm hitting both those strings at the same time. Then I'm barring my 1st finger across the same strings, G and B, and I'm hitting both of those strings at the same time. But as I hit them, I'm hammering my 2nd finger on to the 4th fret of the G string. And then finally finishing off with my 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the D string. So very, very slowly that goes. So it's kind of 1, 2, and 3, 4 as a count. 1, 2, and 3, 4. So that's those 2 strings barred. Up to the next set of 2. Same on the G and B, barred with the 1st finger, hammering straight on at the 4th fret, and then resolving off to that G note, which is on the 5th fret of the D string. And as usual with this sequence of lessons on the blues in G, we're just moving the same idea up to the 8th fret and the 10th fret. Okay, yeah, so we're just moving that shape around as we have done in the previous lessons if you're following them. And these lessons are designed for you to have a different take on, if you haven't done that sort of thing before, a different take on different ways that you can move through the blues progression. And like I said in the previous videos, these can be played in any key. I'm only doing them in G purely because for the thinking of people that might not have an electric guitar, might have an acoustic guitar, they sound equally good on an acoustic guitar, but you can get to all the positions without having to, like if you do it in A, you'd have to come up to the 12th fret, and it's a bit difficult on an acoustic guitar to get sort of accuracy and clarity if you haven't done this sort of thing that much. And the other thing with it is mix the ideas up and also vary the ideas. That lick we've just done, that's one way of doing it, but as you get more confident with it, you can double the note up sometimes. So you get just varying the way you're strumming and the attack of the pick, and it's very you can be creative in your own sort of way and listen to some blues music and you'll hear this sort of stuff going on, and just try and recreate the sounds that you hear. So I hope you found that useful, and I'll see you again sometime.